अच्छा, अभी अभी कैन यू हियर मी ऑनलाइन?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक है. So question number 17, let us start. Question number 17. So question number 16 is clear, right? Online? Is there any doubt? Once again. Okay. So tell me the question. So tell me objective function. Why this small it is getting? ना क्यों आता? Why it is getting इतना thin? अच्छा, okay. अच्छा, okay. चलो, tell me objective function. What is objective function? Is that maximization or minimization? It is on profit. So maximization. So this is question number 16 online. I am explaining once again, okay? So 5x1 plus 20x2. Next, subject to constraints. 2x1 plus 4x2 is less than 10. Next one, 6x1 plus 3x2 is less than or equal to 12. So where x1, x2 is more than or equal to 0. So this is formulation. Now we need to solve the problem in simplex method. Okay. So tell me the chart. Cj values. Okay. And these are the slack variables. I'm writing little bit. Okay. This is the ratio. And here it is the decision variables. So what are the decision variables? x1, x2, s1, s2. So now by putting here plus s1 plus s2, will it affect the profit or not? No. By putting 0 before the slack variable, will that affect? No. So put as s1 and s2. So here s1, s2 should be more than or equal to 0. So tell me what are the Cj values? Cj values? Cj is nothing but contribution values. Okay? Cj is nothing but contribution. Right here Cj is contribution. Cj values is nothing but contribution values. Contribution values are what? S1 and S2. So these are contributing to this profit. So what are the values of Cj? 0, right? So what are the slack variables? S1, S2. Okay. So tell me x1 here. X1 is in the first subject to constraint. X1 is 2. Okay. Here first one we need to do this. S1 is this one, right? S2 is this one, right? So first one we need to take x1 as 2. What is there before x1? 2. And before x2? 4. Before s1? 1. Let us assume if nothing is there, it is 1, right? Before s1. So s2, is there any s2 value in the first equation? No. So it will be 0. So next one, 6, 3. Next here 0 and s2 will be 1. Clear? Till here clear? Everyone. So what are the ratios? Here 10 and 12 they have given, right? So 10 and 12 the time available. Till here clear online?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we need to do zj value. So zj is nothing but this 0 to be multiplied with this. 0 when multiplied with other values you will get what? 0, next 0, next 0, next 0. So actually here we can take this maximization value. Here the CJ value is 0 for slack variable. Okay, listen, actually there will be CJ value for slack variable is 0, but here the CJ value for x1 is here 5, and this is 20, and this is 0, and this is 0. Okay, for slack variable, only for slack variable it is 0. Slack variable plus other variables, it will be, the contribution values are those. So when 0 multiplied into 5 you will get 0, 0 multiplied into 20 you will get 0, 0 into 0, 0 into 0. Okay, is that clear everyone? Next, C minus Z. So what is the CJ value here? This is the CJ value, right? CJ minus or C minus Z. C values are this and Z values is this. So 5 minus 0, 5. 20 minus 0, 20. 0 minus 0, 0 and 0. Okay. Is that clear now? Right over there. Actually here we don't have any formula, so we need to remember this one. When this CJ put this marks into CJ values into this, you will get 0. ZJ value is equal to, you will get 0 when it is multiplied with this. Okay. So is that clear, the question? Can I arise? Online people, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next question. So here they have already given the simplex table. So now we need to formulate the equations from the table. Okay. So tell me objective function from the table. Huh? What is the objective function from the table? Yes, 4x1 plus 8x2 plus 6x3. Next. So how many decision variables are there? How many decision variables are there? 3. x1, x2, x3, and the slack variable also will be s1, s2, s3. So the total variables are 3. So next, constants equations are, tell me the constant equations. 5x1 plus 9x2. Nothing is there. It's nothing is there. So 1 will be s1. So you will add s1 in the first equation, s2 in the second equation, and s3 in the third equation, right? So next. Okay. So how they are taking less than or equal to? Huh? So the linear programming matrix is already in the question. They have mentioned maximization. So the objective function will be maximum. So it will be less than or equal to 36. Next, 8x2 plus 5x3 less than or equal to 24. Next, 2x1 plus 5x3 is less than or equal to 7. So x1, x2 and x3 should be greater than or equal to 0. So that is what the question is. Okay, is that clear everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let us do one question on graphical method once more. Okay, last yesterday it was totally मतलब इतना clear नहीं है ना आप लोगों को. So let us do an example. Write down the question fastly. Question, note it fastly. Mr. Lal is on a low cholesterol diet. Mr. Lal is on a low cholesterol diet. During the lunch at office canteen, low cholesterol diet during lunch at office canteen. He always chooses between two particular type of meals, type A and type B. Chooses between particular type of meal, particular types of meal, type A and type B. So he needs at least 200 grams of protein, 960 grams of carbohydrate and 40 grams of vitamin. 200 grams of protein, 960 grams of carbohydrate and 40 grams of vitamins for lunch each month.
मैम vitamins का कितना था?
Vitamins is for 40 grams. हाँ, for lunch each month. Over this time period, over this time period, how many days should he have?
How many days?
How many days should he have type A meal and how many days should he have type B meal? How many days should he have type A meal and for how many days should he have type B meal? Clear? So note this table. Write down this. So type A meal and type B meal, these are the proteins available. Protein, carbohydrates, vitamins. Finished? So what is the total grams given for proteins is 200, 960 and 40. This is 200 and 960 and 40 grams. Okay, so this is the total of protein, carbohydrates and vitamins. Tell me the objective functions firstly. Objective function 60 x1 plus 50 x2. Will that be maximization or minimization? maximization. Okay, maximization of z is equal to, then subject to constraint, tell me subject to constraint, 8x1 plus 16x2 should be at least, it should be, sorry, it may be more than this. Actually this will be minimization. Yes, it is not maximization, sorry, it is minimization. So it is minimization of z is equal to this, and it is greater than or equal to 200. And next, copy this answer also, x1 plus 40 x2 should be greater than or equal to 960, and 2x1 plus 2x2 should be more than or equal to 40. Actually this is question of graphical method, not simplex. Previously we have did simplex method question, this is now graphical method. So x1 x2 should be of more than or equal to 0. Finished.
मैम ये क्वेश्चन कौन सा पेज नंबर में?
ये तो क्वेश्चन पेज नंबर आपकी बुक में नहीं है, ये दूसरी बुक से मैं लेकर आया था. Okay, can I arise? So copy the answer, it's not given in your book, it's from some other material. Okay, done, finished. So tell me graphical method, what we need to do? We need to put a box for every equation. So let us assume x1 as 0. So tell me the value of x2. When assuming x1 as 0, tell me the value of x2. Tell me all these three table values. Fastly. Online? Did you remember? हाँ, tell me.
12.5 मैम पहला वाला.
12.5.
और ये
Okay.
नीचे वाला 25.
25. Next. This one is 24. This one is 24. This is 16. Next. This is 20. This one is also 20, right? Okay. So let us draw the graph. So this is x2 and this is x1, right? So tell me the first table point, 0, 12.5, where you will get. Let us take here, you will get 0, 12.5, and 25, 0. Let us assume here 25, 0. So draw a line. Next, second equation. So this is equation 1. 0, 24. So let me think, this is 24, 0, 24. And 16, 0. Here 16, 0. Okay, next 0 comma 20. So 20 here, this is 0 comma 20, and 20 here, 0 comma 20. Actually it should not intersect. How did you got? I will erase and I will do it once again. Let us take some large points. $12.5 and 25. $24, 16, next 20, here 20, you can draw on your own, don't go through my table. Okay, so this is the graph you will get. Is that clear? This is equation 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. So whatever the empty space here facing that side will be, this is the area, feasible area. Feasible area. It's nothing but this area is satisfying the 3 equations here. Okay. So this is the inner area where all the points are meeting. So this point and this point, okay. So let us take this point as A, and this is as B, this is C, and this is D. So A point has value 0 comma 24 and D also has value, but C we don't know the exact values. So and the B also we don't know exact value. So we need to find now B and C. Okay. So tell me C, which points it is getting, what are the lines intersecting the point C? What is this? Point this equation, right? 2x1 comma 2x2, and another equation 0.025 and 012.5 means equation number 1. So solve those both. So let first do B point, then after C point. Okay, chalo. I'm erasing this, but you tell me the equations. Okay. So let us do B point and C point. So tell me B point is intersecting with what equation? Equation 2 and equation 3. So tell me equation 2. 60x1. Huh? Huh? It's okay, you can put 6 is equal to, because we are solving, right? So we can put is equal to. Next 960. Okay, next one. 2x1 plus 2x2, 400. So solve this into 20. So what you'll get, 60x1 plus 40x2 is equal to 960, and 20 40x1 plus 40x2 is equal to 800, minus, so cancel. So 20x1 is equal to 160. So x1 is equal to how much? X1 will be what? 8.
80.
8. So tell me the x2 value. So put the x1 into second equation or first equation, whatever. Hmm? Eight to the 16. How much? कितना आया था value? Tell me. 12. Yes. Okay. So these are the x1, x2 value, means this is the value of B. Here the value of B is 8 comma 12. Here. Okay. So next tell me the value of C. So value of C is intersecting by what lines? Equation 1 and equation 3. So tell me equation 1. What is equation 1? 8 200. Next, plus 2x2 is equal to 400 into 4 karo. So 8x1 plus 16x2 is equal to 200. 8x1 plus 8x2 is equal to 1600. So minus minus cancel. So this will be minus 2x2, that is equal to 600 minus 200, 1400. Here will be minus 1400. Minus minus cancel. So what's the value of x2 and x1? Tell me. What's the value of x1 and x2 online? Are you getting or not? 170.
Yes,
इतना बिग नंबर तो नहीं आता है. अच्छा, 16 minus 8, this is 8, right? Okay, okay. 175. Next. इतना बिग नंबर तो नहीं आता है. Actually, I got x1 as 15, x2 as 5. So how you got इतना big number कितना है?
मैम इक्वेशन में 2x1 plus 2x2 1240 होगा.
अच्छा, this is 40, right? Yes, this is 40. We are taking 400. Why? You said 400. It's 40. Yes, it's 40. It's 40. So this is correct only. It is 40 into 20, you will get 800. But here tell me, 4 into 4, 160, right? So here it will be 40. So 40 ka matlab 8 divided by 40, it's 5. So that's what I am telling. I have got 5 and 15. Okay. ठीक है, खत्म अभी तक. So this is the point. C values are 15 comma 5. Okay, clear? Can I erase till here? I'm erasing this graph. So minimization function, right? This is. So what's the objective function? Minimization of z is equal to 60 50 x2. x2, right? So tell me the values of A, B, C and D points. Where value of x1 and x2 values of A, B, C, D. A का value कितना था? Look at in the graph. So online, have you written that A, B values? It's 0 and 24. And B value 8 and 12. C का value कितना है? 15 and 5. Next D का value 25, 0 था. So put this 0 into 60 and 24 into 50. So tell me the value of A, B, C, D. These are the values of x1 and x2 at point A, B, C, D. So put this x1, x2 values in the minimization function and tell me the value.
मैम
हाँ,
मैम यहाँ पे जहाँ 40 हम लोग ने करेक्ट किया, यहाँ पे तो 960 माइनस 80 होगा.
80 कैसे होगा? ये तो 20 था ना. 20 into 40 कितना है? 20 into 40? 800, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's 20, it's divided, it's multiplied by 20. So 20 into 40, 800. वो तो correct है. उसमें 160 है. 1600, that is not 1600, it's only 160. Okay, so tell me, what's the value of A? 1200. Next 1080. Next 1150 and 1500. Okay, so here what we need to do, minimize the cholesterols. Minimization matlab we have to take the lower value. So 1080 is the lower value to minimize the cholesterol. So it is a point of B. So where B, x1 and x2 is equal to 8, 12. So what the value will be, the value of x1 and x2 will be 8, 12. At this point the cholesterols are minimizing. Okay, is that clear everyone? So this is the perfect graphical method question. Clear? Everyone noted? Write down it and write over it, right over there. As the question is mentioned, to minimize the cholesterol, so we are choosing 1080, where x1 and x2 point are 8, 12 at point B. Okay, can I arise? Can I? So next question, I will make, actually I will take a photo of it and I'll put in your WhatsApp. So this question is lengthy. If I'll read this question, if I'll make you to write this question, it will take time. Okay, so I'll read it. Go, just listen. A firm manufactures and sells two products, alpha and beta. Each unit of alpha requires 1 hour of machining, 2 hours of skilled labor, right over there. If not, there are two products of alpha, beta, right? Alpha and beta. Alpha requires side heading में machine hours, no, if not machining, right? So 1 hour for alpha and 2 hours for beta.
मैम एक बार फिर से बोल देंगे क्या मैम?
No, wait, if not I will write over here. So this is alpha and this is beta. Machining, machine hours and skilled labor. Okay. So alpha requires 1 hour for machining and 2 hours for skilled labor, and beta requires okay, 2 hours of machining and 1 hours of skilled labor, where the total machine hours are 720 and the skilled labor is 780. And the question is also selling, it cannot sell more than 320 units of alpha in the market during the month, and develop a suitable model that will enable the determination of the optimal product mix and determine the optimal product mix and maximize the contribution, where the contribution is 6 and 4. And he is also asking us what will be the incremental contribution per unit of machine hour, per unit of labor, per unit of alpha saleable. Okay, so this is the table they are telling. So tell me the objective function. 6x1 plus 4x2. So this is simplex method. Okay, previously we have did graphical, now we are doing simplex method once again. It is somewhat typical, but pay attention to this question. So tell me objective function is this is maximization, where z is equal to, so what will be the constraint? Constraints will be 1x1 plus 2x2 is less than or equal to 720, because they have mentioned at least. No. It is mentioned in the question as it is limited to. Capacity is limited to. So that's why we are taking less than. And the skilled labor 2x1 plus 1x2 less than or equal to 780, where x1 and x2 should be more than or equal to 0. This is normal formulation. When we come to simplex method, so what will do? Tell me. Maximization of z is equal to, we'll add 6x1 plus 4x2 plus how many variables are there? x1, x2. So we need to add s1 and s2. So this will be 0. Then objective, this is objective and subject to constraint. We'll make, tell me, 1x1 plus 2x2 plus s1, where it is less than or equal to 720, and 2x1 plus 1x2 plus s2 is less than or equal to 780. So where x1, x2, s1, s2 is greater than or equal to 0. So copy this. So this is normal formulation and this is the formulation under simplex method. Okay, copied. Then now the game starts. Can I arise online? Copied?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now simplex table, tell me. Simplex table 1. Okay, so these are the Cj values. How many Cj values are there? S3, right? Acha, the question, S3. Actually, the question is also mentioned that it where skilled labor is limited to 780 hours in case of beta and it cannot be more than 320 of alpha. मतलब वहाँ पर भी एक कांस्टेंट बनता है. It cannot be more than 320. मतलब there one constant will be there like x1 cannot be more than, मतलब कौन सा सिंबल आता है? Tell me. Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to? Cannot be more than, मतलब it should be less than. So less than or equal to 320. And in formulating the simplex method, put S3 more than or equal to 320. So this is the third constant. So the slack variables will be S1, S2, S3. So total quantity what they have given? 720. First one 720, second one 780 and 320. So the Cj values of slack variable will be 0. Next, the Cj values of maximization function. Tell me what's the values of that? Tell me the values. What happened? Tell me the values of Cj. In maximization function का Cj values कौन? 6, 64000. Okay. So now tell me these values. कितना है? फर्स्ट कांस्टेंट का वैल्यू कितना है? हाँ? What happened online? Value of first constraint machining का 1 2 1 2 1 0 0. Next one 2 1 0 1 0. Next here 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, clear? Add that one under the constraints. This is the third constant, right? Clear till here? Okay. So tell me the Zj value. Zj value will be 0 0 0 and 0 because all the slack variables into this will get 0. So now tell me C minus Z, 6 minus 0, 4 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0. So what's the ratio here? 720, 780 and no. Wait, here one interest is, I have forgot to tell you. So this is the value, right? Okay. Next, write down third point. So this is the second point. So first we have did that formulation is the first step. This is the second step, and write the third step will be maximum positive value of NER. NER मतलब net evaluation row. Net evaluation row, that is Cj minus Zj will be selected. Okay. So copy this. Next, fourth point will be ratio is equal to quantity divided by key column. So the ratio we have to calculate it by this formula. So maximum positive value of NER मतलब क्या है? NER मतलब this one, right? So C minus Z में वो maximum value कौन सा है? And that should be positive. So this 6. Okay. So this is the column, key column. Okay. Right over here key column. This is key column. You need to remember this, very important question, very important method this is. So this is the key column, right? So now this key column divided by this quantity. So tell me the ratio will be 720 divided by 720 and 380 divided by 2. Huh? Tell me. 780 divided by 2. 390. So these are the ratios we got. Copy till here. Till here copied online.
मैम
हाँ tell me.
3rd नंबर पॉइंट में विल बी के बाद क्या लिखे हैं?
कहाँ? will be selected as key column.
Okay, ma'am.
CZ CJ minus ZJ इसमें कौन सा नंबर पॉजिटिव है and that number should be positive and that number should be maximum from all the numbers. Okay, so the 6 is positive and maximum. So this row will be, sorry, this column will be key column. So next point number 5, right? Minimum positive values of a row will be selected as a key row. Minimum positive value of the row will be after this point number 5. After this, write minimum positive value of the row ratio will be selected as a key row. Minimum positive value of the ratio will be selected as a key row. Okay, written. So minimum positive value of the what? Ratio. So minimum positive value is what? In the ratio 320. So this row will be key row. So this is the key column and this is the key row. Is there any number which is intersecting in both this key column and key row?
1,
1, right? Okay, so this is the key number. Right over here, this is the key number. साइड में लिख लीजिए एक बार. की रो इज सॉरी की कॉलम इज x1, की रो इज s3 एंड की नंबर इज 1. राइट, साइड में लिख लीजिए. Written key column is x1, key row is equal to x3 and key number is 1. So next, point number 6. Write down point number 6.
मैम एक बार फिर से बोल देंगे की कॉलम x3 वो सब.
You can see over here. This is a key row, right? So this is what? This is S3, right? You can see this is S3. This row is selecting which number? Slack number S3, and this column is X1, and this number is 1. Write over just like this. Key column is S3, sorry, X1. Key row is S3 and key number is 1, like this. Okay? Can I erase this one? Everyone remember this table. Next we need to do 3 or 2 tables like this only from this table. Okay? Everyone understood here this table? Is there any doubt regarding this table? Ask me now itself. No doubts? So next write 6th point. Key column variable will replace. Key column variable will replace key number, key row. Key column variable will replace key row variable. Key column variable will replace key row variable. मतलब क्या है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है? टेल मी. की कॉलम कौन सा है इसमें?
X1.
S1, no, S3. This is S3. हाँ, column is X1. But row, what is row? I'm asking row. S3.
S3.
So key column variable क्या है? X1, right? So this X1 will replace this X3. So we need to prepare now the table by putting this S3 as X1. Okay? Are you getting? Online, are you getting? Now the point, what the point is telling? Key column variable will replace the key row. Key column variable क्या है? X1 will replace the key row, मतलब S3 को X1 replace करता है. ठीक है? Can I erase now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us prepare another table, simplex. Table number 2. So tell me fastly. Cj values 0. This is the quantity. These are the slack variable S1, S2 and X1. So there is no more S3 because it is representing X1 now. So now ratio Cj values X1, X2, S1, S2. So this is 6, 4, 0, 0 and 0. Now here it is represented by X1. So now the Cj value of X1 is what? 6, right? Huh? Now the Cj value of X1 is 6. So now we have to write here 6. Clear? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Is there any doubt? You can ask me now itself. So now tell me the quantity value of this 320, right? Next, x2 का वैल्यू कितना है?
मैम 780.
No, don't tell me that values. Where we have did this ratio is equal to quantity divided by key column, right? So how much did you got?
390, ma'am.
390. ठीक है, leave that. I will tell you. So now tell me these values firstly. This what are the values of that? What happened? Tell me the values. Tell me yes, x1 का values का क्या है? It is replaced. So tell me the x1 values.
मैम 001.
Yes, 0. So this will be, sorry, this not this. I am getting confused. So 0, 2, 1. Okay, I will tell you this question tomorrow, okay? It's little bit confused for me only. The second table is little bit confused for me. Okay, I will tell you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
नहीं